Hello and welcome back everyone. Tone here with another Dominion Daily. Today I decided to up the level to 4 here. So let's take a quick look at what that entails. We have a few new mechanics. When gain and when buy. So these are cards that do effects when you gain a card, or when you gain them, or when you buy them. Pretty straightforward there. When trashed, these are cards that have an effect when you trash the card. Like Fortress here is a really good example. When you trash this, put it into your hand. So it's basically a card you can trash without actually trashing any of their cards, which has a lot of impacts. Like with Remodel, which lets you trash a card and get a new one. You could do that with this without losing the Fortress. So that has some interesting effects. And victory point tokens. These are basically cards that just give you straight up victory points. They're not tied to the card, so you play Monument and you get a victory point, and they are tracked with tokens. You don't actually see the tokens in game, really. That's more of like a physical tabletop version counter. But yeah, these are just other ways to gain victory points. It looked like there was only, what do we have here? 43 new cards. So as we're climbing the ranks here, like when we went from base to tier 2, it was like it like quadrupled the size of the card pool, right? But then we went up to tier 3 and it went up by like 50%. Now going up to tier 4, and this looks like a smallish tier in general. We're only adding like 20-25% more cards than what we've been playing with. So it is a bit easier to get acclimated to them because we're only going to see like maybe 2 or 3 of them in any like typical kingdom. It also means it'll take us longer to see them all and learn to play with them all, but that's fine. I'm still learning how to work with the tier 3 cards, and I even noticed there was one I had never seen before when I was skimming this, which was Fortune Teller. I haven't actually seen it in a game yet, but I've seen every other one of these cards at least once. But yeah, let's just jump into a game here. By the way, if you guys want to support the channel and my other related projects, you can do so over at patreon.com/tonehack, so feel free to check that out. Let's see what we've got here. Chapel is great trashing. Swindler's a pretty good attack. Sacrifice is new. Trash a card from your hand. If it's an action card, you get +2 cards, +2 actions. A treasure card, +2 coin. A victory card, +2 victory tokens. That seems like a fantastic trasher. Although we have Chapel here, I think we just use Chapel because this is so slow and Chapel trashes fast. Kiln is new, +2 coin. The next time you play a card this turn, you may first gain a copy of it. That's pretty sweet. Market upgrade and Witch's Hut. We have villages. I guess Witch's Hut is card draw. So we can kind of build an engine. I have never done it with Witch's Hut, so maybe it'll be fun to try. Well, we opened 5. So we open with Chapel, and it's too early for a Kiln, right? I'll grab Chapel Market here. That sounds pretty good, I think. Not the sexiest 5-cost card, but it'll do versus these 4 costs that we would have normally opened with. We were going to grab Chapel anyways. Royal Galley open. I'm always curious when I see people opening with cards that I haven't seen people open with. So this is sort of like a type of village because it It's like a throne room split across 2 turns. It holds the other card aside for a turn as well, which has its pros and cons. I think we really want a silver. Because we're going to be trashing our copper really fast here, hopefully. I kind of want a swindler as well. But we're not going to get that this turn because we'll be trashing everything in my hand. Maybe we don't care about swindler because trashing is so easy to do in this deck. I definitely don't care about these curses they're putting in my deck. Well, they will make it harder to get to higher costs. Oh, they got a Royal Galley on their swindler, huh? Pretty lucky to get both of those. An ideal outcome for them for sure. So how many coppers have I trashed? I don't have any trashing, right? So I have 4 of my coppers trashed. I trashed 2 and they trashed 2. So I have 3 coppers left in my deck, so I can play up to 5. I think I need to just trash one of these and buy another silver. Or I can buy my own swindler, which is a terminal silver. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that for now. I'm hitting my silver isn't great there. I played swindler here. Trash their farming village. They don't have any trashing yet, so I don't want to give them a trasher. I guess I will. That's going to help them in the short term. But I don't want to give them either of these. I have 4, but I really want just a silver here. They Royal Galley that swindler again. I feel like they're getting lucky with that. They don't have any real deck control or trashing. So for them to be able to do that twice in a row, get that in the same hand, feels extremely lucky. And it's giving them a pretty big advantage now. I still don't think I can trash 1 copper. Maybe that's what we do here, and I can buy another silver. Plus 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. What is here? That's another silver. I would have to discard 2. Just fine because I have 2 actions. And I can't play both of them, so if I played that, I would discard like a copper and a chapel. Or I could just trash my copper and buy something for 5, but I think I want to buy a gold here. And then I want to get a kiln, and then we can start doing some stuff. I'm going to need a village at some point too. Let's do this. I think gold will really boost our buying power early here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to spend potentially. Ooh, I like that. Not guaranteed here. It will be 50-50. I'm going to discard these two and then draw again with market. But we hit it. I'm going to buy... Oh wait, we got 11. I miscounted. Two buys. I think... I don't have card draw yet, so I don't want to add another gold. I kind of want a kiln and a farming village. With kiln, we could duplicate our markets and farming villages. They're great targets for that. That's an early province. I don't know how good the draw is going to be on this board, but I feel like double province doesn't seem too unreasonable. I can hit dungeon to see if we draw that kiln. Wait, did I shuffle since I bought it? We did, okay. Play this. We might end up discarding a silver or something. They made me trash a copper. Oh, so I don't have that copper in my deck anymore. That means this is the kiln or another silver. I think I'd rather duplicate my farming village right now, so let's discard... these two and play market. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna have to play the farming village before I play kiln no matter what. Because otherwise I won't have an action to play market. I could also play it on the gold, right? Next time you play a card this turn, you may first gain a copy of it. Let's grab a market though, because I think getting 3 buys will be pretty good early. We're gonna play kiln, market, kiln the market, swindler, give them a curse, and I think we want Witch's Hut farming village now. Sacrifice does nothing if you trash a curse. It's actually kind of interesting with Swindler on the board because you might have action cards you don't want to play it on. Okay, let's discard the chapel and the curse, I think. I can duplicate something with the kiln. Probably duplicate the Witch's Hut right now. Get some real card draw going, then I'll pick up some villages. So how many villages have I gotten? I have 2. I could play it on a village if we draw it, actually. I think I will do. These villages are going to go fast. So I think we want to win the split on those, which is to say get more than our opponent before this piles out. We have 1 action left. We can curse our opponent by discarding the farming village in the chapel, and then just play Swindler. And then we just don't curse this, crash this curse this turn, which I think I'm fine with. I'm gonna buy 3 farming villages. I think they are a hot commodity here, so I want to keep them away from my opponent. And I'm probably going to use the kiln on the witch's hut. Start getting some card draw here. I was worried my mouse disappeared on my screen. I don't know how the capture looked on that. I think we discard... We'll do this. I forgot I had a dungeon. Let's see, we want to play the Swindler, so I think we'll go and discard these 2 again, get that last curse out of the pile. We trash their Swindler. I'm gonna give him a dungeon, because I don't think that card's that great. And now... I'll grab Witch's Hut. 8 here. And we're gonna need to market. And another silver is a little tempting. Is that too rich here? Go ahead and grab it. So we can always trash it later. Oh, they had a bad turn there. They had 3 coppers, a curse, and a chapel. That's what happens. Like, we literally can't have it turn that bad. Let's discard these 2. Play all the farming villages first, because they might skip that, or discard that curse for us. And also, we're not going to play the kiln on them, because we can't gain one. And also, the piles are getting low. Let's be careful. And maybe we should take advantage of that to win the game soon while our opponent's still trying to get deck control. Although I don't really want to add 6 Swindlers to my deck if that's what... Oh, we can add a bunch of markets. Let's bring that pile down. I'll have to grab a province soon. Okay, there's no reason to discard actions because we can't give them curses with the Witch's Hut. So that curses your opponent if we discard 2. So I want to play the kiln on the market. I think we want another kiln. Actually, we probably should have grabbed a kiln a turn ago when I had like 8 to spend. I don't even know why I didn't even see that, but that would have been a good card to play. We will more or less draw through my deck. Oh, the farming village didn't grab the curse. I could have trashed it this turn. Grab a province and a kiln. And I guess I'll take the royal galley. So the royal galley lets you play a card now, and then again next turn. I think I called it a village at the start of last turn. Yeah, it technically is because it lets you use an action card for free on the following turn. Trashed our farming village and gave us a royal galley. Sacrifice is actually giving them some points that are going to be annoying to deal with. Oh, this is not a great turn, is it? I'm going to duplicate this gold this turn with the kiln. And I think we'll just grab another market. I grabbed a kiln last turn, right? Yes. Let's grab a market here. This is a really weak starting hand too. Okay, Royal Galley of the Village. This is getting too close. That dud turn I just had cost us a lot. It's not going to come down to piling out anymore. Oh my gosh, I just had another dud turn. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. How did this happen? We might actually lose now. Trash their sacrifice. You can have another one. What are we down by? 13? I gotta look at her deck. I don't know what her odds of having some awful turns like that are. I don't think they were very good. I feel like our deck should have been relatively consistent. They hit 3 farming villages in the past 2 turns with Swindlers, though. That's really going to hurt my deck. Okay, I have extra actions because we had Royal Galley on Farming Village. I think we're going to kill a market here. Play Sacrifice on the Chapel. Do I still have a... I think I trashed the curse last turn, right? Yeah. That'd actually be useful. I think I still want it on the bottom of my deck, though. Do this. I think we'll actually play the dungeon eventually. Oh, I have multiple sacrifices. We have 7, 8, 9, 15, 19. I'm down by 17, so double province sets us up to lose pretty badly. I don't think they can double province, so we need to pick up one province, which puts us down by 11. And then 2 duchies. That really increases our chance of having a dud turn, but I think it's all we can do. Ooh. That helps quite a bit. So now we're only down by 14. 2 provinces still sets them up to win, but us grabbing a province and duchies looks a lot better now. Oh, we don't have a village. This is how we have a dud turn. Oh, but I played Dungeon, and I knew Dungeon would help us not have a dud turn, so it could still happen. What did they just trash? A Witch's Hut? And they gave us another one, so it didn't really do much. We still don't have a village. It's problematic. We're going to discard the chapel. And the royal galley. Okay, yeah, this is rough then. Probably want to royal galley the Witch's Hut, which will give us a good turn next turn to start. Otherwise we could kiln the like a gold, but I don't think that's going to make or break anything here. So let's go ahead and this could actually hit a farming village, which would be great. Or a market. Into farming village? No. Okay. This does start us with an action next turn for free. So we can't buy a province here, but we have 5, 6, 7. If we draw another gold, we can hit 10. This puts us at 9, which is a duchy and 2 estates. There's 5 points. What are the chances that we hit a gold with this? Probably not super high, so I think we take the kiln, which is 1 point shy, and we're probably not going to draw through my deck again before this game ends. So there's a state, or those extra victory cards in our discard pile won't matter. I guess I'll kill a gold while I'm at it. So they open with a Swindler on their royal galley. Oh, they're getting a good turn here. Oh no, this is all they get though, is 5. Okay. So we're down by 7 here. And I got my farming village. And we start with an extra action because we have a market. I can trash a sacrifice with sacrifice and get 2 cards and 2 actions back. Let's open with farming village because that'll... Okay, this is where all my farming villages were that, oh my gosh, that we needed the last couple of turns. Okay. So we need to win. I'm down by 7, so we need 8 points. So we need a province and 2 estates is the cheapest way. Cost 14. I'm at 4, 8. So So I need to sacrifice the sacrifice, which will give us 2 cards and 2 actions. Witch's Hut is great here. Okay, we're starting to have a turn. Got there. Well, that ended up being too close. I wish I could have seen the state of our deck when I had those 2 dud turns. Like, I feel like it shouldn't have been quite this close. I think we got a little unlucky. I mean, they had a pretty good deck, but I think we got our deck going faster and had more momentum. We had some rough turns there that I feel like were unlikely. Like getting 3 farming villages stacked together on this turn when we, like, actions were killing us the past 2 turns. Maybe having more Royal Galleys earlier would have helped us have safer... less dud potential, because like opening with a market on your turn is pretty nice. Gives you an extra card and an extra action to play with. That makes your deck a lot more consistent. I think the farming villages were better than the galleys overall. We ended up with like 2 or 3 galleys in our deck in the end anyways. And we got some unfortunate swindler hits on us too, killing a bunch of our farming villages off, 3 or 4 of them. Overall though, I think we played that very well. And it worked out in the end, so GG, that was a fun one. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you all for the next one.